Alright folks, welcome to another raid video. It was Platinum Push again this week, and it's a bit of a shorter video this week I'm afraid, because I missed most of it. So I pretty much joined in at the last, well you can't really see it, let's check. So we're here, which is like 11 minutes 45 to go. I actually just started playing with about 15-20 minutes to go in Platinum Push, because Plarium, for whatever reason, and this is a push to Plarium if you're watching this, changed the reset times of Platinum Arena, even just like, you know, stagger it. The ideal solution to me would be to stagger it every 6 hours on a rotation, so that way everyone gets a fair chance at doing it, because it's really early morning for me. I know for a lot of like North Americans and stuff it's like 4 in the morning, which is probably even worse. It's just not a very good time considering the amount of people that are playing this game, probably just purely for the Platinum reset. It's just one event a week. I think they could probably plan the timing of it a bit better. Ideally, and this is a whole different video, I'd like them to do like a series where they do maybe 1 or 2 or 3 Platinum resets every week, and then have like a big one every month where you can qualify with points to. You can make it so much more competitive and so much more fun. The way kind of like Magic the Gathering do with MTGO, you know, have like points, tokens, and then you get like an end of sort of season finale type thing. It would be so much more fun. They're really missing a trick with this. I think this company. But anyway, that's a whole other video. Let's just see how we got on. Fortunately, I had my defense in overnight, and I'd already been playing at top level Platinum the night before, so I didn't go down a crazy amount, and my defense actually kept me at the top of Gold 4 pretty easily, so I was able to kind of jump in, but it was a bit of a rush. I was considering just not doing it, but you know, I thought, screw it, we'll just go for it. So, right, just going into the first one, had my Shamal team up, and what I think I was doing, yes, I was wanting to try and use my faster team just to try and catch me up here. What I shall do is I shall make the camera disappear so we can all see. Right. Yeah, hopefully this, I think this one was quite a bit quicker, yeah. Yeah, it's a much quicker team this, and it's fairly, against these sort of teams it's pretty easy to do. Once you get to top level plat, I usually pull out the other team. This is definitely going to be a little bit more of a tanky team. Our Saga's really good actually. I just think our AI is not very good, but when they fix the AI, she's going to be really good. Now, unfortunately, things aren't looking too great on this one so far. Oh, there we go, we just had to kill Duchess. This is the really good thing about Kaimar, you're able to just reset, but he got killed there, so it's thrown me out a little bit. But it's still no problem. Our Saga takes a licking. 30 seconds, not ideal. I'm kind of pushed for time just now, as you can see. To be at this position 10 minutes out is pretty rough, because you're really fighting against the clock. Ideally you want to be like, well, the sort of position you want to finish in, really mid to late plat, and then make a push for the top. I just went for that one there. I know Rotos doesn't die with these one shots, but most of the time Rotos isn't too much of an issue if you leave him on his own. So as you can see, unless he totally cleans up here, took a bunch of extra turns. In fact, in saying that, he has, I can't actually remember this fight, but he's caused a bit of an issue there. But it's no problem. I think we must get him in the end, surely. Yeah, we get him. If that was the old Rotos, it'd be different. He probably could have just cleaned up my whole team there. 9 minutes to go. Certainly seems a lot of people have pulled Necrit this weekend. I'm guessing a lot of people were pulling Voids, and a lot of them. I pulled some Voids, I didn't get anything. Absolutely nothing. Necrit is probably my most wanted champion at the moment, behind, well, I would like Siphi, but Necrit's just so good. He's so good in so many situations, you know. He's an attacking champion, he's a defensive champion, he's just so good in everything. You can protect your nuker, can protect your reviver. And he's also got that ally attack, which you always forget, which can come in really clutch. So as you can see this week, not going with the tried and tested Shamal team as much. I'm really just trying to blast through these teams as quick as possible. 12-second runs just to try and get into Platinum, which I'm struggling. As you can see, I'm 1 point out of Platinum at the moment with 8 minutes to go. So I've managed to get in quite a few wins pretty quickly. High resist, so this will have been the Shamal team coming back out. Apologies again for the sound. For some reason the sound isn't recording properly when I'm doing it for Plats. Maybe because it's so early in the morning and I'm confused as what to actually do. So again, another reason for Plarium to reset the Plat times. Wow, he took a ton of damage there. But because he's got the protection on, I just shoot for him and it'll kill both of them. 3 Torments and a Harvest Jack. That is an interesting defense if I've ever seen one. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to be doing, but hey ho. Cythalia, I noticed her a lot more in defense. I think 2 of the most up-and-coming champions in defensive builds just now seem to be Cythalia and Gurgo. See a lot more of both of them. As you can see, Necrit again stealing the show, but yeah, Gurgo's really good, Cythalia is really good. Because buff stripping's so powerful in this game, that's the reason Kaimar's been so good, because of his buff strip. He's just really lucky. These, oof, that Rotos took a ton of damage there. Really ton of damage. Yeah, he's just really lucky that he's got that insane reset ability too, which just makes him even better. There's no Lidea, so I'm able to revive. Hit auto. But yeah, it's definitely these buff strippers that are looking pretty good. Madame's always been very, very good. The only thing about Madame is she doesn't have any sort of turn meter or turn manipulation. She just puts straight up decrease defense and attack. Whereas Cythalia can lower their turn meter, Gurgo can freeze them, which is one better. I do believe the new Doom Tower Epic, the last one, is a buff stripper too, and quite a good one. If I remember correct, I think he puts down Weaken instead of the decreased defense and attack, which is slightly worse, but still pretty damn good for people that don't have Madame. If you're able to get the normal Doom Tower done, that would be an extremely viable champion for you guys. Can't actually remember the base speed or any of those stats, but I'm sure it's pretty good. So we're ploughing through these teams pretty fast. I forgot to check. I'll check the timing on the next part. Vogoth's easy with his team. He's just an easy win because he's only dealing with AoE attacks. So 5 minutes to go, and we're still in gold 4. Yeah, this bar just keeps moving, unfortunately. I think our defense must have lost a few. So it's not looking too great this week. Just because I started so late, it's pretty much a no-go. But I did say every time I do Platinum I will try and show a video regardless of how I do, so I will try and stick to my word. Hopefully if you guys learn anything from this video, it's make sure you actually turn up in time. Lydia. So I didn't get to see actually the wide range of defenses used in Platinum this week because, well, I wasn't in it for most of it. I was in Gold 4 for pretty much all of this reset. There, much quicker one. That gets us into platinum. Need a few more like that. That's going to be a faster team than mine, so I can't do it with that one. Some high resist, that'll do. At this point, I know I'm not going to be placing super high, it's just pretty much impossible. So I'm trying to make sure I don't lose any of my elephants at this point. And hopefully my defense can hold out and I can at least place and get my gear. That was not great though. It was quite a high resistance sand slash there. This team is pretty good, it's quite popular. Some form of sand slash and Valkyrie works really well together. The only problem again with like sand slash, it's the same problem that Seeker has. If you know about it, it's pretty easy to work around it, especially when you have a Kymar, because you can just trigger the buffs and then you can just strip them afterwards. I'm only running one buff strip, but most of the time people will run like Kymar and Madame together, so you can really work around it. But nevertheless, it's a very cool team still. So I've seen quite a few of these kicking about now. Lydia, Duchess, Krisk and Candraphon. Candraphon's probably the best defensive nuker, I think. Doesn't hit as hard as Trunda, but he's just so tough to kill. And he also gets that extra turn, which is pretty handy too. Everyone runs him in Swift Parry, obviously. Now he's got Lydia, so I don't want to do any revive shenanigans just now. Just kill him. Right, that's us down to 1 minute 34. We're in platinum. Looks like we're actually going to make it. Fairly resistance heavy team, which should be an easy one to end with. What I really should have done for this though is, to be fair, it has a Tormund, but I probably should have just had my speed team out with Lydia, not with Lydia, sorry, with Duchess and Lead just to get the block debuffs, and I could have used Yoshi to guarantee I get the strip, but my Madame's about 750 accuracy, sorry, so I probably would have stripped them and it would have been quicker. That's one thing I have to get used to doing, is using the speed team more for these resistance teams, especially now that Yoshi's out. So it might be able to get one more game in quickly. It's a bit of an awkward one I've chosen for my last fight though. This is quite an awkward team, as you can see. I knew that was going to happen as well. And because it stripped the buffs, I'm not able to actually do any of my stuff, so that was not the wisest situation. I've noticed quite a few of these teams kicking about with Thalia, Tormund, Valkyrie, using it to kind of do a buff strip and then start doing some crazy shenanigans. So it is a very cool team list, quite a few people using it. What I've done here is I had like 30 seconds left, so I'm just letting the timer run out, and so I don't have a loss. So let me just skip to this point here. So 2 minutes 55, it's not actually counted, but still get the win, obviously. That team is a pretty awkward team, I'm not going to lie. And we placed in platinum. Right, so considering how late we started into it, I'm pretty happy with that. 212, it's my worst placing for a good few weeks, but yeah, these things happen. The platinum reset, for the amount of people that put money into this game and attempt to make it, it's really frustrating that they don't put more effort into the platinum reset, just because it's a massive part, if not the only part of the game for a lot of end game players now. So it seems crazy. Please change the times or make more than one reset a week. Make it more interesting, make it more competitive. At the very least, have the leaderboard up for the whole week so we can see who did well. Let's see if I go and check my defense quickly. Actually picking up my... Yeah, here's my defensive games. So, my defense did not as well this week as the other week, but I didn't get attacked a lot, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks there in 10 minutes. 5, 6, 7. I think I counted 9 altogether. So I mean the last 20 minutes to 25 minutes is really when it all kicks off. So as you can see, last 20 minutes of reset, I didn't actually get attacked that much. So that is a bonus, and I won 2 of them, so it's not amazing, it's not as good as last week, but I'm not getting attacked a lot, which is really what you want. So if I'd been there earlier, it would have been a much different story, I guess. But yeah, that is it, guys. So unfortunately, kind of screwed it this week, but next week I will make sure I'm on time for this. Ideally, if you're going for Platinum Reset and you want to push for a good place, I'd probably recommend trying to start like an hour before reset. Probably the longer you can do it, the better, because it just gives you time to really set yourself up. But yeah, about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes beforehand is like the ideal. So we'll go for that next week. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel as normal. Hit that bell button for notifications and have a great day. Peace.